think I'm ready. Alright, I'll do my best on the intro.
All right,
No
man.
problem.
So wait, so are we gonna do the air horn sound effect?
Dear
I think
Lord.
we do. I
Just
think we
try to-
do.
just don't
Wait,
do it.
hang on, hang on, hang on. I think we do like a little intro where it's like we horny, and then it's the and
Mm-hmm.
then that's when Karen's like, oh yeah, we also have a big forehead.
So do I mention that we have a guest, or
Yeah, we have a special
I
guest
mentioned-
today,
I
and then
mentioned it
I'll
until we
drag
say
him
that
in.
we're
Yeah.
horny.
Yeah, but I think we should do like our intro.
So do the intro and then I introduce. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Remember, Hunter, you gotta count down.
Oh yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, boys. Episode 5, May 7th, 2020. We got Calculus, we got the Young Boomer, and we got Chill Cameron.
Yes, sir.
We horny or what, boys?
We
Yes,
are horny.
I'm a little horny, but I also know someone who else is horny. For the first time ever, we had our first guest. Bring him in here. And this is Nathan.
What's up, guys? My name is Nathan. I'm 19. I am actually the #1 rated Magic the Gathering player in the city of New Braunfels until at least next year, when I probably lose that title. And I work at a video game store. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys.
Who?
Joe.
God, I fucking
Alright.
hate that intro. I say it every time we talk about it, dude. It's so damn stupid.
And this is when everyone clicks off the video.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just leave now.
Because they heard Nathan coming, like, oh fuck, we're not doing it.
They
So
heard
do yourselves
magic
a
and they're
favor.
like, they heard the word magic. They're just like, oh god.
Yeah, like
virgins.
number one Magic player in New Braunfels, and then they just fucking exit.
Oh, this kid never has sex.
Yeah, this was literally them. He goes, "Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm the #1 Magic player in New Braunfels."
Oh, I
Oh,
have
he
to add
died.
him back in because it's a full chat.
Unedited.
Unedited. There you go.
Unedited.
You're already a pro. Yeah, he's messaging in the chat. Now we do this whole podcast without him.
Yep. God damn it.
He's in the waiting room.
God
There
damn
you
it.
go.
I'm
Oh,
Cameron.
we're back.
All right.
Wow,
Oh.
2 guests in 1 episode? What is this?
Yeah, one died.
Groundbreaking.
Like Cameron died, and now he got replaced by another Cameron.
I don't think we have the budget for this.
No
But I-
sirski.
We have budget.
It's 2 bottles of water and a hot dog.
Alrighty. Well, over the past week, we have a collection of topics that we will be topicing about. I don't know why the fuck I said
Did
that.
you say topicing?
Yeah, he said topicing.
I already regret my
Yeah.
life. Well, the first thing, something that Nathan added that he wanted to discuss about is some retail nightmares, retail
Yes.
stories. So we should let our guests probably speak first to be generous.
I have quite a few actually, because
So go ahead, Hunter.
Video game store.
Alright. No. Nathan, you go first. You go first.
Okay, so I work at a video game store, and anyone who's ever worked in retail for at least a reasonable period of time has at least one retail nightmare, because people suck and Americans can be entitled. And so when entitled Americans don't get what they want, they get upset, and unrightfully they shoot the messenger, which is usually the guy sitting at the register whose fault it isn't in the first place. So I have a few stories I like to share with the podcast about my retail nightmares at a video game store. Oh, here we go. So, the first of these I would like to discuss. The store has a nice little, we got a little bit of everything from Atari up to Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and that results in us having a nice little foreign section of like foreign games, Japanese, German, all this fun stuff. And so this guy and his mom walk in, and they're avid Japanese collectors. And
How old is this dude?
oh no. And the dude was so adamant about advancing his collection. He drove 3 hours from Corpus to get here, this and this. And so I show him our little section, and he pulls out a game, and it's on the Sega Saturn, I think, some random game, and we're asking like $50 for it. He's like, "Can y'all go lower on this?" And I'm like, "What? Why?" He's like, "Well, you see here, the label is actually not sealed, even though it has a plastic seal, because it has an extra layer of sealing, this and this." And I look at him, I'm like, what? And then that was that. And then his mom went on and on about how they go to conventions and this and this. And they spent an hour of my time going over how much my Japanese section sucks. And they didn't even buy anything. I remember they had me pull something off the top shelf, unbox it. This isn't complete because it's missing this one piece of wrapping. Like, no joke. There was one piece of, like, plastic wrap that you get in every box item that related to video games, and it was missing. So it wasn't complete in their eyes. And I was like, it's just one of the downfalls of working at a video game store is picky customers.
Was this dude like in his mid-20s?
He was probably like 24, 25, driving around with his mom, bullying video game store employees. It'd be like that, man.
Yes, sir.
You spend all your money on Japanese video games. You don't got money for a house, I guess.
That was a pretty decent story. For the first half, I was pretty sure that you were like reading this off like a paper or something. Like you pre-wrote this.
No, that was off the recollection. Hunter reminded me that this story even happened today, actually. I forgot I talked to him about it. Off the dome. Well, they got a pretty big head, so.
What about y'all? You guys, Jacob and Hunter, you guys got any good stories?
Well, I know Hunter has one.
Dude, I got this story that...
All right, now next to Jacob.
All right, so I got the story at Dairy Queen. You know.
Go, Hunter.
No, I want to hear the Dairy Queen story.
Okay, we're going Dairy Queen. Yeah, let's go Dairy Queen.
Sounds more interesting.
Dairy Queen. This is my first job. 17. Making ice cream, making autistic light cones, all the fun stuff. So we got a bunch of Karens walking in, like mid-30s, all overweight, and all in bikinis. So that was a sight. And they started like asking for food and all that. And one of my coworkers was just saying like, "Bro, you gotta like put some clothes on." So obviously, typical Karens, they'll start bitching. And I'm like, there's some bickering back and forth, blah blah blah. They do end up paying, but they have to wait outside since they're basically half naked. And I go to give them the ice cream, so I walk to give them the ice cream. I open the door, and they look at me, and I'm like, "Oh, finally, you have the ice cream." And then for some reason, in my mind, I immediately just shut the door on them and turned, and I was like, wait a minute. So I open the door back up. I just give it to them really quickly. I don't even say what the fuck's going on, and then I close the door.
Oh my god!
I'm
I
sure
just had a flashback.
Review.
And Hunter?
So it's Christmas season at a retail store, and oh my god, I don't even want to think about this. I see this woman come in, and she grabs a shopping cart, and she's gone for about 5 minutes.
Oh god, no.
And then comes to the front and grabs another shopping cart. And I don't see her again after that for like 3 hours. And then finally I hear my manager talking like an aisle over from the register, because I was on the register at the time. And I see the woman talking to her, and she's got both of those baskets completely filled and overflowing with Christmas bullshit. And then no.
Okay.
She comes up front for a third basket. And by this time it's 10 o'clock. And for holiday hours we close at 11 during the week. And 10 o'clock comes, 10:15, 10:30. I don't see her anywhere. And I'm like, where the fuck did this woman go with all this shit? 10:45, she's still not up front. I radio my manager. I'm like, where is this bitch? And
Those exact words?
And I said, where is this bitch? And she's like, she hasn't left yet. And I'm like, nope, she hasn't come up front yet. And my manager, I could just hear her shitting herself from across the store. So finally, I've been making announcements every 15 minutes when we're going to close. And finally at 10:55, this woman comes up front with 3 carts full. And I'm like, listen, lady, we're going to be here all night. if you want to buy this shit today. We can hold it if you want to come in the morning. She's like, no, I think we can do it before 11. This fucking bitch made me scan all of her shit for 45 minutes.
Oh
How many
god.
items were
Paying
there?
with over 4 different credit cards.
What was the total? Do you remember?
Oh, no. It wasn't all credit cards. I'm sorry. It was cash.
Oh my.
She
goodness.
paid
She just
all
had
cash,
straight
and
up
it was
cash.
something like $1,500. Paid with all $100 bills.
Well, you shouldn't be surprised that it was just all straight up cash. If
And
she
and then
had that many items.
she was a decorator, so she got a 15% discount with her decorator discount. And I've never seen my manager more pissed off at somebody. And then this is a fucking like anime arc, like anime villain arc. She comes back in early February to return all of it.
No, brother.
And by this point, all of it in the receipt is expired. And when our Christmas stuff goes on sale, when you return it, you get the price that it's on sale for. And at this point, it was like 75% off. So she was only going to get like fucking $150 or some shit for all that. So I call my manager because she's fucking shitting herself. And this limp dick motherfucker comes up here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's the picture of this fucking Discord. He has me override every single price for every single item, like over 200 items, so she gets a full refund. And this takes me over an hour and a half to do. And after he did that, he left an hour early from work. So this fucker could have helped me. I don't even know why I still work at this fucking piece of shit place.
That's a
But
retail nightmare.
That is that's a fucking retail anime arc.
Oh my
You
god.
sound so depressed.
And like that day, I fucking went home. I was on my Eminem shit. I punched the wall. I said fuck you to my stepdad.
He had sex with his
And
dog.
Had sex with my
Shotgun a
dog.
monster.
Shotgun a monster. Fucking shoved the can up my asshole and went to bed.
Oh my god.
Huh? Good thing we said
Man.
that was the last. That was a
I know. I was like,
And those not even good stories, bro. Y'all suck at telling stories.
All right, give us a
Right.
story, Cameron. Give us a story about.
I never worked at retail. Like,
Well,
I
to
mean,
be
Tell us
fair-
a Schlitterbahn story about something you found.
well, first of all, you just exposed the company. And
Schlitterbahn.
second, I'm not gonna go on a 10-minute rant about what happened, but I'll just leave it at I found a dead body, and we'll move
Oh.
on from there because I don't want to spend another 10 minutes on this topic.
All right,
unedited.
unedited.
Yeah.
Well, you
I had a
see,
few more stories, but I'm not going to top that at all. No way.
well, it's kind of hard to tell nightmare stories when you haven't had a job in like a year. So rip me.
Jacob.
Anyways, here's a little side story. I don't know why it's in the topics, but yeah, you know that new kid, the new kid from Elon Musk had.
Oh dear
Yeah.
lord, Jacob, you don't know why it's in here?
I mostly don't care. To be fair,
Have you seen his name though? That's the thing.
yeah, it's like a bunch of like
Okay,
random
yeah,
characters.
yeah.
Like,
You
But
get-
he's the new Star Wars droid, bro.
But I heard like his name is Kyle. Is that true?
That's
I think
what
like
that is what I saw
Yeah.
on Twitter. I don't know if that is true.
yeah, supposedly like all like the numerals and shit. It's Kyle. So
Mhm.
it really seems like Elon Musk was like playing a game and he raged so hard that he just like slammed his keyboard and like in the chat it just like typed all those letters and it was like,
has
that'd be a good
has anyone come forward and said that they wrote like that specifically on the birth certificate? Like is that on the birth
I
certificate?
don't
if anyone knows?
know.
Well,
Or is
actually,
it, like
so I'm like I googled Elon Musk's kid, and one of the top articles that popped up is from Billboard, and it's titled "Grimes and Elon Musk's unusual baby name isn't valid in California."
It's not actually legal in the United States because you can't have numbers in your name.
Really? I didn't know that.
But
Yeah, well, that's
Elon
Elon
Musk
Musk.
is South African, so I don't know.
Like, honestly, that's the most alpha shit I've ever seen. Is you have so much money, you can name your kid whatever the hell you want, because it doesn't matter. You're Elon Musk.
Facts.
That's true.
What an alpha.
Well, I see that. That topic was pretty short. All right. Anyways.
Man.
Anyways,
Man.
what I got next up in my notes is something that probably won't be as short. What artist has the most songs on our most played playlist?
Am I supposed to go first on this one?
Yeah, go
Sure.
ahead, Nathan. Go
I
ahead.
was like, all right, before I say it, I want y'all to guess, because I guarantee you're not going to guess it.
I'm gonna have to go with NF.
And damn it,
Fair.
you got it. No, but I know Hunter was thinking like Joey Badass or Chance the Rapper, right? Those
That's
were
what
your
I
ideas?
said earlier. Yeah.
It's like, Cameron, what do you think? Knowing me and my music taste.
You and your music taste is probably like fucking BB Boop Boop John Belly or some shit.
All right.
Or
So all go
Tame
around.
Impala.
Tame Impala's another good guess. So to everyone's surprise, so the playlist I use for everything is called Walkout. It's like my playlist that's basically just my music rotation, what I'm listening to at that time. And it's 5 hours long. It's got like 90 songs on it. And Juice WRLD has 14 of them. He's my highest frequency rapper on the playlist right now is Juice WRLD.
So he's like in your heavy rotation. So
He's
is
the
that- is
heaviest
that
in my
the-
rotation.
So is that like, I'm like having trouble with this question. Is it what artist is like has the most songs on your
I think
playlist?
On your
Wait.
on your most played playlist.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Like your primary playlist, who has the most songs? And
Yeah,
for
so-
me, it's actually Juice WRLD right now.
So on mine, it's A Boogie. So you know,
Yeah, if I had to guess for you, Cameron, it would have been Boogie or Holiday.
yeah, mine. Nah, Holiday ain't got that many songs yet. Mine's Boogie.
Like Dax or Polo G. You're super high on Polo G right now.
Yeah, I am. DJ, shit like that.
And
Hunter?
Logic, too.
Yes, sir.
So much logic.
How about you, Hunter?
So this question came to me whenever I was adding songs to my most played playlist, which is the Gym Bangers playlist with
Oh dear lord.
with Kylo Ren on it.
Yeah.
And we've got 124 songs on here. And I was going through it, and my most played. Give a guess on who my
Future.
most played is.
Dude, you're gonna be like some fucking Japanese artist that we don't know, bro.
Future.
It's not Future. It's not some random Japanese artist
Is
because
it Frank Ocean?
it's not Frank. How you
It's
gonna
Frank. Throw
work
me a
out to
bone.
Frank Ocean?
What?
Throw me a bone, Hunter. Is it someone that you, like the boys know that you really like?
Yes,
Is it Pusha T?
it's not Pusha T.
Is no one gonna guess JPEG? Or we just leave JPEG?
It's
in
not.
the-
It's not JPEG either.
Is it Thugger?
Nope.
Kanye?
Nope.
Yeah, I give up. Just tell
We're
us.
gonna be guessing on
Yeah, I
that.
actually don't know.
It's Denzel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I probably could have fucking guessed.
Fair
That
enough.
was actually pretty easy. And Jacob?
Tom Petty.
I don't really listen to too much music. I have like two different playlists. I have one like of all my music, or like all my like boomer music, I should say, and then like one for like newer shit. So I've been listening to newer shit, and obviously that's just Juice.
Damn, I got the juice fucking infection in the group, bro. I swear that
See,
shit's
it's
like a
clear.
wildfire.
The men of culture in this chat, me and Jacob.
What?
I just like his music. It's got good beats.
It's catchy, man.
Oh.
Juice WRLD is one of those artists that I've discovered where you can listen to one of his songs like 4 times and you know every lyric.
That's
So I don't know
true.
if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably a good thing
Yeah, it's
because his
kind of like
music
Taylor
doesn't feel
Swift.
too simple. But Taylor
not
Swift's music
simple.
is super simple.
It's not simple because he has such a fucking like I don't know how to fucking he has such a like a fucking a backpack full of surprises like this. He has like so many different things he can do. It's not like, you know, a fucking who's a really like basic fucking rapper that can only do like okay like a
The Baby.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's a prime example. The baby like I think he sounds cool, but like he can't change it up. He tries, but like it doesn't really work.
All right, Hunter. For this part of the podcast, when you edit it,
Mhm.
the unedited.
Produce
just, like,
it. I produce it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this whole like spiel about Juice WRLD. Can you just like post a picture, and it's like me, Cameron, and Nathan, and it's a Squidward meme with like him like choking on something, so it just be a Juice WRLD stick.
Oh nah, bro. I don't fucking.
It's gonna be
fucking proof
Goose
over
there,
World.
too.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be Goose
even.
World.
No, I don't even listen to Juice WRLD like that anymore. I ain't about it.
No, but Cameron brought up a good point
To be
whenever
honest.
he first died. Cameron brought up a really good point about Juice. Is that sometimes, like, everybody's got a little bit of sadness in their life. Like, you can't be fully happy. But like listening to artists like Juice WRLD, like give you it, like he expresses emotion like that, which is pretty unusual. Well, not necessarily pretty unusual, but he does it in a way that's not like it's hard to explain because it's catchy and a lot of people can get into it. Like look at Lucid Dreams. Like if you really dig into the lyrics
It's
of that song,
accessible.
it's super sad, but it's also very catchy. It's easy to listen to.
It's
You know, like you listen to a
It's-
lot more
it's
sad
very-
music. Yeah,
To me, it's very like relatable. Like you
Yeah.
can relate to it if you experienced it.
relatable and accessible. He's got a good formula.
So like whenever I start doing drugs, I can relate to his music.
Yes.
You won't do drugs, bro. Get your ass out of here.
Well,
Fucking-
If there's two people in this chat that are farthest away from doing drugs, it's by far Hunter and Jacob.
Karen's gonna be in the podcast next week. Or the perks.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be perked out in one of our fucking future podcasts. Y'all watch,
Cameron,
I feel
will you
like-
be with me when I light up my first crack rock?
of course.
Thank you.
I feel like I have like a whole group of people that just beat my ass if I start doing drugs. They're like, "Why are you wasting your potential?"
I wouldn't beat your
So,
ass.
the
I
very
mean,
little that I have.
I think there's a difference between. I don't really care if we get off topic because it's actually like a really good subject and we're all into it. But like
Unedited.
there's a difference between just doing drugs and doing drugs because you're feeling something that you can't get rid of. There's a huge difference between that.
Hmm.
And
I
if
have a
it's,
slogan.
and if it's
everything
the
in
first
moderation.
one, then you should probably quit that habit. But then if it's the second one, I mean, we've seen people that have done that before. Primary example being Juice WRLD. Like he had a lot of
Yep.
shit going on, and he just wanted to numb that feeling. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
Which
We're
is a
not
shame.
we're not advocates for fucking your
No.
life up or anything, but like you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Everything in moderation, man. There's a difference between being an alcoholic to where your body will shut down if you're not drinking every single day or coming home from a stressful day at work and having a shot or two of whiskey, you know? Everything in moderation, man.
Yeah, just beat your wife at that point.
Again,
I mean-
throw on some Eminem. Fuck your dog.
This actually isn't a topic on here, but we did discuss it. So now that we're on music, how do we feel about Pain 1993?
I don't know anything about this.
I don't know if Nathan listened. I know Hunter got to listen to it. So.
It's the best song ever made.
All right, that's Cap. We got to get first Cap in here.
No, I'm kidding. Man, it's weird. I don't know. I have a theory about this. I was thinking about it as we were discussing it, like before we got on. But my
Mhm.
theory is that, so obviously, Cardi's music's been leaking for months.
Of course.
And Pissy Pamper, also known as Kid Cudi, the song, like the Trying to Be Cray song, if
Yeah.
y'all don't know what it's called, leaked and it blew up. A lot of people really love the song because it's fire. And that was like one of the like first real mainstream examples of Cardi's baby voice, and it got
Mhm.
such good positive reception despite it not being out yet. And so my theory is that Cardi's like, people like this. And so he just kept on doing it and took it a little too far with Pain 1993, and now it sounds pretty awful.
I don't know. There's a I mean, both of his albums were like so successful, and like it was so rare for him to like to do the like. Why would you change it up so late? You know, like as much as like of an artist Cardi is arguably one of the biggest artists in hip hop, whether you like it or not. He is a huge artist.
Out there.
And like just to change it out of nowhere is kind of sus. And like it's one thing, and here's the one thing I think that's the difference between Meh and 1993 is the fact that Meh had a very, very catchy beat.
Hmm.
Like
That beat was
will get stuck in
bubbly.
your head. Yeah, and that's why a lot of people like the song. Like maybe he does sound like kind of trash in it, but like it's a very catchy song. Like it's a funny song. But then in 1993, like there's really like I listened to it once. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's really like no backbeat while his verse is going on and like to support him. It's like it's just Cardi, and it's like it's a lot to handle in that little situation. That little
Yeah.
verse he
Mhm.
has, it's a lot to handle. Like props to Drake because Drake did his thing on that song, but I'm also not
Facts.
convinced that album was a really good album because I honestly didn't really like it all that much. But
But
That's
Kind of
just
to add
me.
on, I'm sorry, kind of to add on to that too. One thing I've been noticing a lot, like as I delve into more hip hop artists, is that a lot of rappers will try to change it up after the second or third album.
Yep.
Like two examples I want provided this one for like subjectively good and subjectively bad are Logic and Tyler the Creator. Because we
Mhm.
look at Logic, he dropped Under Pressure, which was a more like a kind of a come up like deep hip hop, if you will. Like I put that in parentheses because some people will roll their eyes at that. And then he kind of did a concept album with the same kind of like serious flow, and the Incredible True Story. And then he went on to like once he got big, he changed it up completely and started being more of an activist than everybody. And then all these other albums, he completely switched himself up. And a lot of people like did not like that at all. And then he switched it up even further with just being more of like a semi like wannabe hype rapper. And it worked out
Yeah.
well sometimes, but it also didn't work out well most of the time. So his career is like on the downfall pretty hard because of that. And then we look at Tyler, who started out being a super edgy kind of kill people, burn shit, fuck school rapper. And then he completely switched it up with Flower Boy and Igor and became much more lovey-dovey. And as a result, his music has completely like I think it's taken off even more because this is something we'll get into later, but like his album Igor, which is a complete switch up from Goblin, which is his first album, like they're night and day. It won Rap Album of the Year at the Grammys and for 2020. And so sometimes it's successful, but most of the times it's not when rappers switch up like that. And that's the one thing I'm really worried about with Playboy Carti is like when he drops the new album, if it sounds just like his verse on Pay 1993,
That's
it's
true.
probably not going to be good,
That's true. I know a lot of people are worried about that.
including me. I'm very worried about that.
I'm worried
Yeah.
that his album is going to be too long. I even feel
Yeah.
like Die Lit had filler on it, and there's only so much you can take of the baby voice Cardi before it just overstays its welcome.
It's a gimmick, dude.
And, you know, there's a lot of instances where it does sound good, but I don't want to hear it for fucking 20 songs straight.
Yeah, 20 song. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like a joke, dude. Like a really funny joke. It's like you say it the first few times, it's awesome. It's the funniest show on the planet. And then as you keep on saying it over and over in the friend group, everyone just loses interest in it.
Yankee with
It
no
dies.
brim.
So
Literally Yankee with no brim. Yes.
so before we like switch the topic, we switch the topic off of music, I just want to say this one thing. I don't know if this podcast will ever blow up, but if it does, little TJ, man. look.
God damn it.
No. I'm not gonna plug him. I'm gonna say this, little TJ. You are not the fucking king of New York, all right? I think you are a great artist, and I think you have so much good potential. But fucking leave Boogie alone, bro. All right?
Oh my
You aren't even
goodness.
in Boogie's league, bro. All right? Straight up. If I ever get killed one day for saying this, I'm gonna stay true to my word. You ain't to his level yet. Maybe one day you will, but for right now, you ain't. I think you're an amazing artist, but you ain't to his level yet, kid. All right, that's all I want to say,
All right.
Okay.
Now that we're on the topic of plugging artists, fuck
Hang on,
Travis
hang-
Scott. Oh, sorry.
bro.
Sorry. Let me just cut in real quick. I got two things.
Oh, sorry.
It's not really music related. First thing, I feel like every episode Cameron says called somebody out, which is pretty funny, and I love it. And the second thing, if y'all like this little like, how are they, like the past like 10 minutes or so, just Hunter, Cameron, and Nathan talking music. They're thinking about doing a little music podcast. So
Oh, man, that's true.
God help us all, dude. God help
if you
us
like,
all.
if you like music, I don't know.
No, we're all about that new shit. We're covering pretty much everything.
Yes,
so.
sir.
So
That'll be fun. We should do that.
Yeah, that'll be in the future makings, future projects. So.
So excuse me being as the host, I had to interject. Continue what you were about to say, Nathan.
As I was saying, fuck Travis Scott. Doughman, the best rapper out of H-Town.
God
Shout
damn
out
it.
Doughman.
I thought he was from San Antonio.
No, Doughman's from H-Town.
Oh, Hoodlum. I'm sorry. Hoodlum was from San
Hoodlum's
Antonio.
from-
Antonio, yeah.
Wow, so I just cut him off just for that little thing.
We'll keep Malaluna for a freestyle, but we'll keep going with
Yeah.
what we got right now. What's next
Well-
on the list?
Well, what I heard Nathan bring up earlier was about Grammys, and one of the topics in here is Grammy snubs, and I'm sure y'all got a lot to say about.
But is there? I don't want to go to like every year. Was there like a certain year you were pertaining to, Nathan?
There's a few years where I kind of want to pitch around ideas as to whether or not y'all thought it was a snub.
Mhm.
Basically, in particular, like the big bing, 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 holy shit, how do we fuck this up this bad, was 2014. And so all the Grammys I'll be discussing on this are from the from that year's Rap Album of the Year Grammy.
How
So for
about you? How about you
2014
ask us what we think won, and then tell us what won?
Okay,
Because I know
bet.
Cameron wasn't here when you read it out loud, and I forgot
right.
already. So
All right. Well, let's do 2014 first. So the nominees for 2014 Rap Album of the Year were Macklemore's The Heist, Drake's Nothing Was the Same, Jay-Z's Magna Carta Holy Grail, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City, and Kanye West's Yeezus.
Oh.
We all know what Hunter wanted to win that year.
well, I would have wanted a Good Kid to take first place,
I would say Good Kid's actually
and
a really good
Yeezus
album.
second.
Now, guess what won?
It was the Macklemore, if I remember correctly, right?
Yes, sir.
That is-
Macklemore.
That is
The
the
Heist.
second biggest snub in Grammy history.
So
Really, what's the first thing?
these like probably are snubs, but like, are we like thinking this in like hindsight?
No,
2020
like
vision?
when it happened, it was
So like when
even
it happened, it was like
awful.
it was
Like
what the fuck?
Macklemore apologized after he won.
Yeah,
Oh,
straight
like-
up. He he
oh,
posted
okay.
on Instagram and everything. Like he posted a text thread with Kendrick apologizing, like, "This was your award. I shouldn't have won."
Oh, so he didn't even like want it,
Yeah.
or he didn't feel he deserved it.
Nathan, the biggest snub happened in 2016, but I'll let you get to that.
Okay. Well, also here's another interesting one that I want to talk about is 2015. So the nominees were Eminem's The Marshall Mathers LP2, Iggy Azalea's The New Classic, Common's Nobody's Smiling, Gambino's Because of the Internet, Wiz Khalifa's Black Hollywood, and Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron. What do you think won that year?
I already remember what won, but I'll let Cameron take it.
You said 2015, right? That was M, wasn't it? Right? That
Yeah.
that year was M, yeah.
Yes, sir. Which is, I don't know.
I think
Because
every
it's
album
super
besides
Well,
Oxymoron
I was
is
about to say, I think
garbage.
well, mine wasn't even. Yeah, I mean, I remember that year. I was just pissed off. 'Cause I thought Wiz was gonna take it.
You didn't like Because of the Internet?
I did not.
I'm not.
I think,
I'm not.
and
even
I
like
also
a
think
big-
that album is aged horribly.
Yeah, I'm not like a big Gambino fan.
Probably.
Man. Like, I've never been that much into Gambino. Maybe it really is a
Probably
good
not.
album, but I'm not like huge into him. You feel me?
in
It's not
my
awesome. It's pretty artsy.
in my opinion, Gambino's only good album is "Awaken My Love," and that's
That's his best
that's
album.
an 8 out of 10. And no, but that album, the first one, Because of the Internet, that has aged awfully.
So is Camp.
Yeah.
Like, Camp's a classic listen for Beano fans, but that album does not sound good anymore. Can only listen to Gambino whining about his childhood for so much.
Bruh.
But what was the year you wanted to talk about, Hunter?
2016. Look it up. Look it up if you don't know.
Okay, I got it right here. So, the nominees for 2016 were Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly, J.
Oh
Cole's
yeah. I remember.
2014 Forest Hills Drive,
Hunter's
Dr.
gonna get
Dre's
mad at me.
Compton, Drake's If You're Reading This, It's Too
Yep.
Late, and Nicki Minaj's The Pink Print. What won that year?
I know what won that year, and I will forever stand by. I know Hunter's gonna fucking hate me. Drake's "If You're Reading This Is Too Late" was amazing. I thought that was amazing, bro. I know.
So, Hunter,
Hunter's
why
gonna
are you
get
upset
pissed
at
off
this?
at me at that one?
Because To Pimp a Butterfly is, I'm gonna put on my African clothing here. Y'all know the meme where like it's the African hat. I'm
Sure.
putting the African hat on. I'm putting the beads on. But To Pimp a Butterfly was the rap album of the decade. And you know what won album of the year over that?
Mhm.
Like album of the year? Taylor Swift. That was the biggest fucking fist fuck to ever happen to hip hop.
Wait, did you won hip hop album of the year?
No,
or just album of the year.
album of the year, but it's still fist fucks hip hop.
Well, the Grammys are rigged. Like, the exact reason that Taylor won that one was the exact reason why Macklemore and Ryan Lewis won with the heist. Because if we look at the heist,
Because they're
there
white.
was well, I'm not gonna get into race, but
It was because they're white though.
well, here's the thing: Thrift Shop and the song about being
Can't
gay
Hold Us.
can't hold. So Thrift Shop, Can't Hold Us, and why can't I think of the song name? When I was in the third grade, I thought that I was gay. Blah blah blah.
The gay song.
Here, give me a sec. Unedited.
Unedited. He's gonna be looking this up. Anyways, Macklemore, Ryan Lewis, yes. Well-known white guys. Thrift Shop, yeah, that was super huge. Middle school. I'm trying to buy you
Yeah,
time, Nathan,
I
so you
fucking
gotta
hate
hear
that. I still hate that song to this very day.
It's called
What?
Same
What?
Love. That's the track, Same Love. So all these tracks were super mainstream on like the radio, and so naturally, just the popularity of the album. Like I think the Grammys are just a popularity contest and not what's subjectively the best.
Look, if
It's like the
nothing
All-Star game.
look, man, if nothing tells you that the Grammys are rigged, YB and Corday was fucking there last year, bro. Like, come on, YB and Corday, bro. Out of
But
all
Tyler
fucking
won.
artists, but we'll discuss that for another time.
So were these like the 3 years y'all really just want to like discuss the most about, or is there any other snubs?
Just to fuck with Cameron, I want to read out this past year's. So the nominees were Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Meek Mill's Championships, 21 Savage's I Am Greater Than I Was, YB and Corday's The Lost Boy, and
I
Tyler
still
Creator's
understand what-
Igor.
I still don't fucking understand why that album was even on there.
Yeah, that is a fucking disgrace to have YB
Look,
and
I
Corday
don't
on
care.
there.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from or why they put it on there, but like, obviously, honestly, I listened to Meek Mill's album when it came out, and like,
It's
it's
good.
good. It's probably his best album, but I wasn't pulling. I was obviously pulling for 21 because 21 actually had like a really good album. Obviously, you got Tyler the Creator, Dick Riders, so well.
I don't
You
even
have to
think
act
that
like
Tyler should have even been in the hip hop category.
Yeah, I was about to say that album is so good in my opinion. I love it, but it's
Well,
not. rap.
didn't he win like Artist of the Decade? Was it
No.
rap artist? What I could have sworn he won like Artist of the Decade. It was Tyler that won that shit.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I might be wrong. I thought it was him.
But I definitely don't even think that should have been in the hip hop category.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Regardless, this kind of ties back to what I was saying about artists switching up and having success. Because Tyler's two post Kill People Burn Shit Fuck School albums both got nominated for Rap Album of the Year. One of them won. So there goes to show. Even though they both weren't really rap albums.
Flower
They're both-
Boy was.
Más o menos. Not really. Kinda.
Flower Boy had a bunch of rap tracks. They only had like 2 singing songs.
Album is so good. You like that album, Hunter?
I like it better than Igor.
I love Igor. It's my favorite Tyler album.
We know.
All right. Well,
Did you know Playboy Cardi is on Earthquake?
Let's
so like I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
like we could talk about. Well, y'all can talk about music for days, and I'm sure one day y'all get that podcast started up. But well, next couple topics to ease away from the music is this next thing in particular is something that our guest is self-proclaimed expert in. It's the next gen system crisis. What do you got to say about that, Nathan?
So, there's the thing that's happening right now with actually, fun fact, the next gen system of gaming right now, besides PC, which is until Sony and Microsoft release their next gen consoles. Right now, we're looking at Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch being the current next gen game systems. And a side effect of the COVID-19 pandemic that no one really saw coming, but if we all thought about it, probably could have saw coming, was the fact that the gaming systems are in super high demand and super low supply. And as one of the front runners of a video game store, I'm really seeing this like very clearly because Nintendo just had pretty like unlucky timing with the Switch as far as the pandemic goes, because Animal Crossing New Horizons is the hottest game on the Switch, period. I think like the weekend it came out, it was already the best-selling Switch game, topping Zelda, Mario, and Smash Bros, which is incredible in my opinion.
I don't think it's
So that game came out-
outsold Mario Kart yet.
What's up there? And it's only been out for what, like 2 months now?
Yeah.
And so super high demand Switch game comes out, and pandemic comes out, so as a result there's a lot less Switches in the market because it's hard to make gaming systems in a factory in the middle of a global pandemic. So now everyone's scrambling for a Switch and no one's gotten to the Switch, and it's gotten to the point where people are treating these like Travis Scott merch on StockX, where they're buying them. I'm not even kidding. Like, you can go on Amazon right now, look for a regular Nintendo Switch. If you want one from anywhere, you will have to pay $100 to $200 over retail on Amazon, which is really weird to me because the Switch was everywhere when it first came out, and for the first 2 or 3 years of its existence, it was everywhere, and
That's
it was
'cause,
just starting to take off,
It got bought up as soon as lockdown was talked about.
which is wild to me. The Switch Lite's still relatively accessible, Not really, but
Not
still,
really.
like you
I
don't.
tried to find one for Katie's birthday because it's in a couple months, and oh, it's next month. But
Bro.
and I was seeing it for like more than a regular Switch.
I was like, you should be able to find it at Amazon. I think they restocked. And then, so the Switch thing happened, and Switches are impossible to find. And then, as soon as people realized, okay, we can't get our hands on Switches, that was like the first 3 weeks of the pandemic was when that was happening, and it was really bad. And then, as the pandemic's kind of elapsed a little bit, people are getting their stimulus checks, and the people that don't care about Nintendo are looking for gaming systems. And so they snatched up all the Xboxes and PS4s, and now it's impossible to find a PS4 or an Xbox everywhere or anywhere. We've been out of stock since the beginning of the pandemic at my small video game store. I got 6 calls today asking for PS4s in particular across, 4 or 5 hours? And that's not even discounting the past 3 or 4 days, how many people are calling asking for them.
So are you saying the gaming industry is just getting a whole bunch of profit this like next month or what?
Oh, 100%. Nintendo is, like, if we're not going to discount like toilet paper companies and all these companies that just make cleaning supplies because they're in super high demand, the video game industry is booming. Because you give people $1,200 and unemployment checks, and you sit them at home with butt fuck nothing to do for months at a time.
Yep.
A lot of people are going to want to play video games, and so the video game industry is booming, which is weird because there's nothing to support this boom because the supply is plummeting and the demand spiking. And so now Xboxes and PS4s, as of like this past week, are starting to go up in value and getting resold for extra. It's pretty wild to me. I've been playing video games for 14 years, and I've never seen anything like this. So
Yeah, I can relate to this. Like literally just today, I found a little TV in my closet. I hooked it up, and I have my 360 connected to it right next to my
hell yeah.
because I'm just so fucking bored. Like, you think I want to listen to Nathan all day? Shit. Like, I could barely handle this fucking podcast.
Shit, you were streaming Battlefront, weren't you?
Oh man, that was brutal.
Shout out the young boomer on Twitch.
Link in the description
And also on the video.
and on the video.
Yes.
Nathan, to talk about what you were saying. Sorry to cut you off, Jacob. To talk about what you were saying with the PS5s and the Xbox fucking 720s or whatever they're calling it.
So far, it's called
Project
Scarlet. Yeah.
Before the pandemic was even like, taking the world by storm, Sony was actually only planning to make a certain amount of consoles in the first year, like a really low number, on purpose.
I mean,
They talked about that in a press conference. They only wanted to make like 500,000 or something like that, and this was before the pandemic.
I mean, if we can learn anything from the past, that's not a bad idea, because game collectors are very, very they're willing to do anything for their products.
Mm-hmm.
And like when Amiibos first hit the scene in 2014, there was a lot of low demand characters from Smash Bros, like Lucina, Marth, Captain Falcon, Little Mac, Zero Suit Samus, just the list goes on, that people wanted and they weren't in stores. Like some of them became store exclusives, like Shulk was a Target exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting sold out and resold because Nintendo kept the supply down. And they were worth twice, 3 times, even 5 times what they were selling for retail on the internet. So I don't think that'll happen with the PS5. I think it'll just create the same market frenzy that happened when the first NES came out.
Yeah.
Because they'll release it right around the holiday season. This will happen with the original NES. Was Super Mario Bros. 2, the original one, was super hot. Or original Mario was the hottest game on the planet.
Yeah.
And then Mario 2 came out right around the holidays, and they didn't release enough they weren't anticipating the demand, and they released way too few. And so you had old people waiting in line for hours on hours and traveling like 5 to 6 hours just to get their hands on Mario 2 for their kids for Christmas. So that might happen with the PS5, but I mean, the economy isn't where it was, especially because we're about to, Lord willing, by the time it's Christmas, be out of a pandemic. And people will just not be getting back to work.
What is the plan? Like by November or something?
That's what Trump was saying, but
Okay, so for like another 3 years, probably.
Yeah.
it won't be that long, I don't think.
The White House is actually planning on disbanding the coronavirus task force right now.
So you
That's
guys mentioned Trump and you set off Hunter, bro.
Maybe we should stray away from
Yeah, I was
this.
saying you might want to stray away because Hunter gonna take a fucking 2 hours on that topic.
But
Anyway, so
yeah,
We-
that's
we
the
could-
COVID-19 video game pandemic. There you go.
well, that was very informative. And I'm sure once we get this all cleared up, we're going to get some shit going. Anyways, this next topic, I kind of want to make it wider. Like I know you want to talk about like Overwatch, the state of Overwatch. Is it a
Mhm.
dying game? But I think we can make it wider to like just any game that's like dying or that we feel is like dying.
Look, I'm gonna answer that question right now. Overwatch is a dying game, and there is no ifs, ands, or like, there's nothing about it. It's a dying game. You get matches with the same people. Like, that should never happen in the game. It's
The
a
game's
dying
been dying for like 2 years now.
game. Yeah, it's a dying game. Overwatch 2 could save it, but at this point, Overwatch isn't gonna go up anymore. It's a dying
I
game.
I
mean-
don't even think Overwatch 2 will save it.
Yeah, you see, to
disagree.
me, like when I think that game comes out, I think when it comes out, everyone's gonna like want to hop back on it and see like what's new. But like maybe after like a year or less, people are just gonna be like, oh, it's kind of the same shit, you know?
I give it
Is
like
it-
a month.
Because the thing is, there's always base games that, it's a base. Like the base of MOBA, maybe it wasn't the first, game made, but the base game of MOBAs is League of Legends. Like that game is never gonna die because it's a League of Legends. But like Overwatch wasn't an original. I don't know what the original was.
Team
Team
Fortress.
It's not
Fortress 2?
Overwatch. Yeah, Team Fortress 2, but it's not Overwatch. Valorant could be a good game, but it's gonna
Yeah.
die because it's literally Overwatch and CS:GO in a nutshell. And,
Valorant is
Valorant-
going to die.
and like the kids are like obsessing with it right now.
Valorant's gonna take like a Fortnite
It's just
route. I can already tell.
it's just because like it's a new game. It's not gonna stay popular forever.
Mhm.
It's gonna have that little we're up here, and then next week is up. Well, it's already boring. That's
I give,
literally.
So, like,
I
what
give it
Apex
3
Legends.
more months before Valorant's down the shitter.
I hope so. I'm not into games like that, man.
Yeah.
I never liked CS:GO. I just find CS:GO really boring, and I'm just by the way Valorant looks. It just looks like it's the same exact thing with abilities. And
Valorant is more
don't
boring than
find it.
CS:GO. Valorant is more boring than CS:GO, and I've played a shit ton of CS:GO.
Yeah,
You
I-
have like I don't know how many fucking hours on it.
Like 1700, 1800.
That's God damn it.
I played a little bit of Valorant the other day, and to me, it's more like confusing than like worse than CS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, now let
like
me
I have
ask
like
you.
no idea like really like how to play it, and you could just be like watch the tutorials and all that shit. Fuck that.
So here's the thing, Jacob. So whenever you got into Overwatch, I don't know if you remember this, but whenever you got into Overwatch, was it this confusing as it is now with Valorant?
I think the only thing really confusing about Overwatch was mostly just like there's so many different characters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like you didn't like. How would I like really put it? I wouldn't say like you didn't have to like strategize or anything, but it was like easy to pick up on. Or like Valorant, you gotta like play 2 different games at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like Overwatch is more to the point.
Yeah,
Like, you
Overwatch
know,
like,
like,
get
it's got-
effective, kill.
It's got
You're
the
good.
set characters, like healer, tank, assault. You know what I mean?
Like Valorant doesn't like tell me that kind of shit.
Personally, I think it's just like it's the game dying. I think if the franchise is dying. Like
Like Blizzard
or
itself.
yeah, for example, Halo is a dying franchise, whether I want to say that or not. It's
Yeah.
just not as popular as it was. But you got something else like Call of Duty was a dying franchise, but then they came out with Warzone and it bumped it up. Like they just tried something new and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think for Overwatch to be like bump up like that is they're gonna have to try something different.
I don't even think Overwatch. I mean,
You don't think they're capable of doing it?
Yeah, I mean, just the PC has so many competitors, and like
Yeah.
Fortnite can barely keep itself on its fucking like they're on their last straw, bro. Like they're trying to like they're adding all these like NPCs, you're adding like shit like they're fucking smacking it, but like they can't get it back to where it was because it's never gonna be back to where it was. You lost their interest. You didn't
Yeah.
keep up with the competitive gameplay. The competitive, if you have a influence like Ninja that will complain about, I don't know if he actually did it, but if he complains about competitive play,
He did all the
and
time.
he did, and like
Yeah.
he's eventually gonna leave, and those
Yeah.
followers are also gonna leave.
Mhm.
Like,
If your top promoter / gamer is complaining about your game, you should probably like do something about it. Cough, cough, 2K, cough, cough.
Well, here's my thing about Overwatch. So, a lot of people think Overwatch is a dying game, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to think because the interest for Overwatch is lower than ever. But, I don't remember who said it, but one of y'all mentioned that doing some. Oh, it was Cameron, how he brought up how Call of Duty did something innovative with Warzone to kind of rejuvenate the franchise.
Yep.
I don't know if you know what they're doing with Overwatch 2, but from what I've heard, they're revamping, like they're changing it slightly, and then they're making an entire cooperative story mode that's quote unquote highly replayable. So if that's good, then that can start piquing people's interest in the game again.
But the thing is, that's not a multiplayer thing.
Yeah,
That's a one-time thing. You know, the Warzone is a battle royale. Like, you want to keep doing that. Like, you're gonna beat the story. Like, all right, like, what do I do now? Like, it's like Mortal Kombat. You beat the Mortal Kombat story. Like, all right, like, I'm gonna play online, but it's eventually just gonna get tiring.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
The thing too, y'all got to consider is that every genre has the king game. Like, as far as like sub genres of video games. So, like, we look at battle royales right now. The king is Warzone. And then for a while it was Fortnite, you know, and then a new king came. And so we look at like team-based shooters. For a while it was
Team Fortress
2, and then Overwatch, and then Rainbow came out, and then Rainbow got old, and Overwatch. And for the longest time, it's been Overwatch has been like, even with Valorant coming out, like y'all can like I haven't played it yet, but everyone who has still thinks Overwatch is a better team-based shooter than Valorant. And so I think if the demand for team-based shooters, like tactical team-based shooters are there, Overwatch will never die. And they do a pretty good job of consistently balancing the game. Like, when something's problematic, they eventually balance it out. They try to tweak the metagame, like with role queue, and then adding in new characters to spice up the game. Like, they do a good job of making new metagames, so people got to keep adapting to what's good, which requires people to maintain interest in the game. And then when the game gets busted, they patch it back up. And then there's a reason that a game like Overwatch has been around for 4 years, you know? That's how I feel, though.
Well, the way, I mean, like, it's, I hope it never dies.
Yeah.
Do I know the answer to that question? I really don't know. But, like, I think it's gonna, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, let me jump in real quick. I got for me,
it.
I don't think like a game like Overwatch is gonna die. It's never gonna reach its popularity.
Yeah, it's dying. I don't think it's gonna die, but it's for sure dying. Like, it's been dying.
If by dying you mean it's already peaked and it's never gonna be as popular as it once was, then I agree.
Overwatch has already peaked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dying because it's player decline. You know, but I mean, that happens like every video game. Whether you like it or not, it happens to everyone. But I've seen it happen worse to Overwatch. Like, never in my life, maybe like once or twice, have I gotten matched with like the same person on League or the same person on, you know, whatever other fucking game I play. Overwatch, I've gotten matched with the same person. Like, there's a guy named Egg, I've gotten matched with him like fucking 10 times. Like, like, it's just how it is.
It's either 10 different eggs or the same dude.
It's the same dude, yeah.
Well, I mean, to bring in the game that I brought up in the very beginning of the podcast, the reason why Magic the Gathering is still around from 95 to today is because many people have tried making trading card games, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Dragon Ball, Force of Will. None of them are as popular as Magic because none of them are subjectively better than Magic and can captivate player interest consistently as well as Magic. So for as long as Overwatch can captivate player interest better than any other team-based shooter, I think it'll be still like a high-level esport that people will enjoy watching and enjoy playing.
Man, I just want
watching
to say,
Overwatch has been fucking awful since its inception. The only
esport's a thing, honestly.
The only esport I've ever enjoyed watching is Counter-Strike.
I have never in my life enjoyed esports. Do I maybe wish to go to an event one day? Sure, that would be awesome to do. Will I be bored as fuck doing it? Yes. Yes, I will be very bored. It could be my favorite game ever, and I don't find interest in it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, personally, like, I mean, me and Jacob are more into sports than we are into games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to turn on ESPN and watch people play
fucking
Overwatch.
Yeah,
Like,
I I hope humanity never stoops that low because
Like, I'd rather watch women's college basketball than fucking
the watch someone
Overwatch.
play fucking Overwatch. Like I just
If
ain't
I wanted
about
to play, if I wanted to watch bad Overwatch, or not bad, like if I just wanted to watch Overwatch gameplay and be bored, I'd watch Nathan play Overwatch.
Oh yeah. I mean, at least I try to be entertaining.
Twitch.tv/Cloud
Commentary. Yes, but the Overwatch League's got good commentators, and like there's a lot of clips that are just bananas. But I mean, watching two teams play Diva, Ryan, Orisa, Zenyatta, Lucio, insert other healer here, or Brigitte, like just playing the same 3 tank 3, like the comps at the pro level are so solved that you're watching two teams of the highest level players in the game play the same 6 characters against each other, and it's pretty boring.
Well, the way I've always thought about it, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for saying this, or maybe you guys might agree. It is way easier to be a pro in esports than it is to be a professional level sports player, is my opinion. Because if I wanted to maybe, yes, like you can practice and practice, and maybe one day you'll become an NBA player. But I think that's a whole lot harder than just staying home, playing the same damn game.
I agree.
Yeah, and, like,
I do agree.
You gotta look at the percentages of people that are drafted into like the NFL and the NBA from like
Yeah.
college.
and like I'm not trying to hate on the fucking esports leagues. Like, you know, they're doing their thing, they're grinding, they're getting the bag. Like, respect to them. But that's my personal opinion.
Shit, if I could get money for fucking
That's what I'm
playing
saying.
video
Like,
games,
yeah,
dude.
if I can get money for it, like,
Yeah,
That opinion's really hard to debate.
I don't know. For me, like I actually play basketball.
Yeah,
Like obviously I'm like good, but like it's probably a lot easier for me, like with my genetics, to become a pro Overwatch player than it is to become a pro basketball player.
well, here's the thing too: is that like playing basketball professionally and playing, let's say, Overwatch professionally requires right around the same amount of game sense. Like you have to know the game you're playing really, really fucking well to play both of them at the pro level.
but at the same time, like,
It's like that for anything.
yeah, there's
If you're
like
a
everything, but
professional
at
at
the same
something,
time,
you know it really well.
and I'd also hate to say this, but you also have to also be athletically capable.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
doing
disagree with you all at all.
sports.
That's what I'm trying to say. You
Yeah.
have to be super athletic. You have to be a different kind of human to be able to play a sport
You know,
competitively.
and
You gotta have the right genetics.
maybe
Yep.
I worded it wrong. Like maybe it could be a little harder because because their rosters are so much more smaller than your typical sports team. Like in that sense, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand the sense I'm talking in though when I said that.
The rosters are smaller, but there's a shit ton more teams.
That too, and on top of that, like
How many
the
Overwatch
pool
teams are there?
Like
in the league.
In the league,
isn't
yeah.
there like 32?
12?
No, I thought there was a shit ton.
No,
Maybe,
there's
I
not
don't know.
that many.
They're like city based, aren't they? It's like Boston.
Yeah, they're like the same
fuck.
thing city based. There's not that many.
Yeah, I know like the league might have like 12 to 16, but there's a lot of smaller organizations that still play really competitively. And the thing is too is that the pool of people that want to become pro basketball players is much higher than the pool of people that want to become pro Overwatch players. And so even in that sense, it's a lot harder to become a pro like basketball player. Just think about it. Every kid that plays at every university that plays like, even let's just look at D1. There's so many schools that play D1 basketball, and there's at least 15 cats that want to go pro on that team times at least 100 plus D1 schools. For what? How many NBA teams are there? 32?
30.
30 out of the 30 NBA teams. You know what I mean?
They would either have a shot at the 30 NBA teams, the like 28 or so G League teams, and if they can't get that shit, then they either go overseas to any of those teams.
Yeah, and that's not even counting international players too. So it's a lot harder to play pro sports than pro esports. Sorry, fellow gamers. But don't
Also,
know.
I just find that shit hella cringe. I'm sorry, but there's like Ninja.
oh
Ninja
god,
got the bag, but damn, is he fucking cringe? That guy is one of the most cringiest motherfuckers I've ever seen on Twitter, bro.
Yeah,
Is it
I
because
mean,
it's
it's
just
okay.
is it
Yeah,
because
it
of
worked
his
for him.
quote?
Like I'm not, and like there's some actual like streamers that are like, or, you know, not just particular to gaming, but there's some streamers that are like, they're not cringe, they're just naturally funny.
yeah.
Then
Shout
you
out
got, like,
Daquan.
Yeah, shout out Daquan, shout out Dante, like, and then you got Ninja. It's like I can't watch. I've never watched his stream, but I've seen clips of it. It's like, damn, he has a lot of 10-year-olds in there.
This might be a hot
In
take,
all
but any
fairness-
family-friendly content creator is cringy.
Exactly. I was about to say, in all fairness, before Ninja sold out, he was super fun to watch. And he was super good at Fortnite, so it all worked out. But like he made himself family friendly, started like stop cussing, stop saying like the semi crude humor, and then he got his big sponsorship with Mixer and started bitching about Fortnite.
But he also has the bag. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it like works
Yeah.
for him.
He
Like,
got so
he
much
got- he
fucking
got
as
the
much as
bag.
as much as people shit like on any of these people, like we'd fucking like love to be in their shoes right now, have their
Oh,
their money
I
at
don't,
their
I don't know
back.
if I'd love to be in his shoes. Like, that's also like.
Like you don't want that
But
kind of
Ninja, no, I mean, well, Ninja's also taking a big risk. Like, you're more likely to probably gonna get hacked as Ninja than you are to be hacked as an NBA player. Like,
Well, it's
He's
like
been
that
hacked
for
before, I
like
think.
any high-profile figure
well, yeah,
online.
but
That's
yeah,
true.
but you're online though. That's the thing. You're gonna have a higher percentage chance. If I'm Ninja and I play Fortnite, then I'm probably gonna get hacked over LeBron James playing basketball. Feel me?
Yeah.
That's the way
Yeah,
I've always seen it because his target audience is online. You know, it's not like in real life. It's online. So
that's a really good point.
Well,
It's also a completely different market too, but
Yep.
we'll get into that later.
I gotta ask right now, Hunter, what is our time count at?
It's
Oh,
we're at an
well
hour
over.
and 1 minute.
yeah, I figured.
Holy shit!
I've been going
I mean,
on.
No, I mean, it's a good podcast. I mean, I don't mind making like an hour 20. You know, like
Sure, we've been
Holy
grinding.
shit.
We can,
I'm
we've been-
fine. Yeah, I'm fine to keep going.
we've had some pretty good topics going on right here.
Well, I mean, we're kind of out of shit, anyways, to say. If anyone has any other,
Well, we can
points.
move into our freestyle kind of stuff. So just shit that's on our mind, like not
Sure.
like personal shit or any of that. Just like stuff you'd like want to talk about. I'm sure
Yeah,
Nathan's got a couple things that.
Well, we wanted to talk about Mala, no?
Talk about what?
Malina?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about Mama.
It's like,
No, I thought you said
And-
talk about Mama. I was like, talk about Mama.
Oh,
What the fuck you
Mala.
talking about?
Mama.
that's what she always called it, Cameron. But man, it's still pretty humbling in my eyes to be able to watch Juice World live just
Yeah,
months before
I'll
he
say
passed.
I was also that's actually like the biggest point of our thing there is the fact that we got to see someone.
That shit's priceless,
Right.
man.
It was what he died December, so 2 months before. Yeah,
I almost
we
got in
to
a
see him
fight at the
before he
Juice WRLD set.
left. He didn't even get into a fight.
I said almost.
Ah, man.
That
That
guy
guy
was a
not done
bitch.
anything.
That
That
guy
guy
was
was.
a
You know that
bitch.
guy was huge.
Yeah, he was fucking like
Shit.
he had
Look,
like 2
I,
feet over me.
Look, man. I would always say I'd defend you, but in that case scenario, bro, that guy was like an NBA player. So,
Yeah,
bro,
that dude was
you're on
fucking
your own.
giant.
Like if I go to ask you, like, you know this guy, I was like, nah, fuck him up. Like, I don't fucking know him.
Thanks, Cameron.
All right, Cameron, can we talk about our post Clone Wars depression?
We can talk about our post Clone Wars depression.
And every day since I've watched it since like 2 days ago, just can't stop thinking about Clone Wars no matter what I do.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm just gonna put my mic to my mouse, just like this. Hopefully, you guys can hear me a little better.
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Disney, please, for the love of God, throw away your trash ass fucking 3-movie fucking Last Jedi, The Rise of Shitwalker, and The Force Awakens. Throw that shit away and just give it to fucking Dave Filoni. All right, listen to what I'm saying. You want a successful franchise? Give it to Dave Filoni, please. I don't want another 4th fucking movie about Rey Skywalker. I don't want that shit. Don't ever fucking give me that again. Because you ruined this fucking franchise. I hope you know that.
Well, did you see who got
Not that it wasn't ruined, but you ruined it even more. Thank you.
Did you see who got a Star Wars movie to direct?
Yes,
Takia or whatever the fuck.
But Mike, back down. Even if it's Taika, I still want a full reboot, please.
Just reboot it completely.
You just erase. Well, not a full reboot. I mean, if you want to remake the old movies, go for it. I wouldn't mind seeing them now, but for the love of God, please, in all fucking God's green earth, just fucking erase those 3 movies. They aren't supposed to be on this earth. They're sent from fucking Satan. And it's your fault that this franchise fucking sucks.
in my mind,
Other
they're
than
not
Clone
canon.
But the Clone Wars, on the other hand,
Alright, let me see. Let me just talk about this real quick.
Ay, Dios mío.
That little 4-section whatever the fuck it's called, episodes 9 to 12. The best thing I've ever watched in my life. Disney. I'm not even gonna thank Disney. Fuck y'all. Y'all some bitches. I'm gonna thank Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, if you ever want to fuck me, bro, like I will gladly just bend over and I'll let you fuck me, bro. You did absolutely amazing on that. And if you want to just tell us a story about what happens after that, man, I would love it. I'm not gonna say too much 'cause I don't know if Hunter and Nathan are into it, but like,
I want to watch it.
it's something, man. Just come on my face, brother. Come on my face.
Nice.
It's definitely worth the watch.
Also,
like-
something, Jacob, I wanted to bring up to you. Real quick, complete sidebar. I'm so sorry, but did you see that Becky Lynch got casted in a Marvel movie?
Yeah, I did look at that, and she was like the cover of some like woman's magazine too. So
Really? Good
yeah,
for
so
her.
she's kind of popping off right now.
Wrestling shit.
Oh, another thing, Nathan. I don't know if you
What's
saw
that?
that. I don't know if you saw the new Mortal Kombat trailer, but
What?
I'm gonna spoil something. Well, it's not really a spoiler. It's more of a new DLC. NetherRealm Studios. Yes, I am now calling you guys out. Thank you. Thank you for bringing back Fujin. Thank
Oh.
you. Thank you for bringing back Fujin. I fucking love y'all. Thank you. That is my boy. Thank you. I will gladly go to NetherRealm Studios and I'll suck you all off. Thank you.
Bruh.
Thank you.
Oh, looks like there's a lot of guys that need to come in Cameron.
Yes.
Can I sign up for this?
Nah, bro, you suck at roasting. I ain't gonna let you fucking get your chizzy shit in my mouth. Disclaimer, I ain't gay, alright? Let's just talk about that. I ain't gay. I'm acting a little sus, but I ain't gay, alright? Nothing against gay people, except for you fucking asshole gay people. Go fuck yourselves.
Bruh.
All right, well, it seems we're getting into like
Touching all the
Oh, yeah.
bases
I'm not
tonight.
getting into
Yeah.
gay territories. I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying.
Like-
I ain't gay. I'm acting sus.
It's like all you have to do to win Cameron's lust is
Make
put a
something
new
good.
picture.
Make something good. That's all you gotta do. You don't ruin something, then you're on my good side.
yeah. You see, there's like in this world, there's a lot of shit stuff like NBA 2K, but like
Well, we're also. This is also a critical point in time because, let's be honest, especially at you artists. I don't care who I'm mentioning, but this is the time to know if you're actually good at writing music or not, because you ain't got shit to do. So whatever albums you guys are releasing, this is really gonna tell the world: are you a shit artist or are you a good artist? Talking to you,
Yeah.
NBA young boy. That was a trash ass fucking album. That's right, I fucking said it.
well,
Wow.
this time next week we may not have Cameron on the podcast because he may have died. Anyways,
This time next week, Cameron might have met the woo.
it seems like we've been coming towards the end to this because I think Cameron's going a little crazy right now.
I'm not
Hey,
going
yes,
crazy.
we are.
I'm just saying that this is a time in life and in history that this is your if you were doing something online or if you're like a big influencer besides maybe sports because I mean, they can't do shit. Like this is kind of your time to shine. Like this is the time you've been waiting for because ain't no one doing anything else. Like for our podcast would hopefully go up because ain't no one doing anything else right now. You feel me?
Facts.
Shout out to
Disclaimer.
Irby.
If I get killed by NBA YoungBoy in the future, I'm just telling the truth, bro. Like it's a trash album, but you got some fire under you. I know you got a lot of haters, but I got some of your fire music on it too. So, but that was a trash ass album. You can do better than that, even though you ain't gonna making music anymore. But anyways,
Shout out Chance the Rapper.
alright, that's too
Whoa,
far.
whoa,
That's too
whoa,
far.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, for making trash music, because the
Ah,
big day
yeah,
was the
okay,
biggest
alright.
disappointment in my life. Never been more heartbroken.
I knew that shit was gonna be
Genuinely.
garbage
Oh.
before it dropped.
I don't know what. Hey, what's the time check? I got a
1
time check.
hour, 9 minutes.
Oh, I said 20 minutes. We still gotta go. I'm forcing y'all to keep talking. Speaking of artists,
You're the one who always wants to end early.
yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
waiting for the new Joey Badass Man.
Hey, speaking of artists, never mind. I gotta look up the date. But you guys keep rambling while I look up this date real quick.
Well, I thought for the next 10 minutes we were gonna get a big roast session with Hunter
Hell
Cruz and
no.
Nathan.
No,
Yeah.
because it's gonna like just go personal.
Yeah.
So
is not
it's best that we
podcast
don't keep
material.
it.
All right, I got it. All right, May 15th, May 15th, book that in your calendars. The Goat by Polo G, aka
Oh,
The Goat, comes out. There is a Juice WRLD feature on it. There is a what's his name? I don't remember the other one, but they got some badass features on it. I'm not in it just for Juice WRLD. Polo G, you're my boy. I have high expectations. Very high. I want to put that shit on my wall. That's a badass album cover. So let's just make this a badass album. Unlike fucking Drake. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck
There
Drake.
you have it. OG, Cameron's calling your ass out.
I'm not calling his ass out. I'm just saying I have high expectations because that's one of my favorite artists right now. So
That's essentially a call out. That's what Menos.
shut up. You're a Logic fan.
Oh
I am
boy.
indeed a Logic fan.
Speaking of Logic, Logic's album got leaked. I forgot about that. Did you hear about that, Nathan?
Oh God,
Yeah, his album actually got leaked.
I hate
was-
you so much.
His album got leaked, and there was another major artist's album that got leaked.
Oh, you weren't joking.
I
No,
heard about
I forgot
that.
I forgot who else fucking got leaked. Someone else. Him and Logic got leaked. Both of their albums got leaked.
Well,
But-
I'm sure I gotta listen
Yeah.
to it then.
I heard on Twitter that it's some of the worst music he's ever made. Like
Oh,
from
no.
the Logic Stan accounts.
Oh yeah, there's actually Logic stands. And Nathan, you running a Logic stand account or what?
No, honestly, Logic will forever have that place in my heart because his music was basically my repetition throughout high school. But if he drops another album that's on par or worse than Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, I'm just gonna have to put him on the back burner and be like, I'm sorry, it's been real. It's been real. I'm still gonna call myself a Logic fan,
Mhm.
but I'm just gonna be like, look, I really enjoyed your first 3 albums and all your mixtapes.
Yeah.
You're making shit music, dude. There ain't nothing I can do about it.
I really
Mhm.
hope that like our podcast blows up and people like come watch our old episodes and hear Nathan talk about like Magic and Logic and just roast him in the comments.
And
Alright.
hearing me,
You know what?
call out and be a young boy.
Here's the thing. Here, all right, we're gonna do if we blow up kind of thing. Here, I'll make it if we're blowing up kind of thing. I don't know if I'll ever be on this podcast again, so this is my potentially last chance to say this.
Probably not.
Logic. If you ever hear this transcript, this is me to you, Mr. Sir Robert Bryson Hall III. Please, for the love of fuck, let other people listen to your shit before you drop it. And
That's actually a good
please,
point.
you had a formula and you fucked it up. Even Bobby Tarantino was good. Both of them. Everybody was fine. That was a good album, in my opinion. We can get into that later. Young Sinatra 4 was fine. I don't know what you were thinking with Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Why would you release that? Why? Why is there a song when you pride yourself on lyricism with the hook being I want to be famous, I want to be famous, I want to be famous? Motherfucker, you're already famous.
I thought that you were gonna say cocaine, Molly.
I didn't even get into that song.
But that's
Well-
actually probably Logic's best song, if we're being honest. Like,
We don't. You know,
Gucci Mane
like,
pretty much carried Logic. Like, let's be honest here.
I wish Logic knew how much effort I've had to put into being your fucking fan. And the payoff I'm getting right now is not worth it. I'm so sorry. Please, just make... Like, he has a formula. I don't know why he's not using it. Just make good music.
There is actually one. This might be our ending topic. There's one topic I want to talk about,
Let's hear
and it's not about what I'm about to say. It's about what I'm gonna say posted up on that. So, Dax released a song. Obviously, Hunter's probably gonna start laughing because it's Dax, but it was
I don't have anything against Dax.
it's Dax is obviously one of those artists that gets a lot of hate and shit. And recently, like, he disappeared from social media. And I personally, yes, I've talked to Dax. Yeah, I'm cool. Anyways, it was a bit weird. He kind of labeled himself after obviously, it was kind of cringe. You could say that he labeled himself after Joker. But the thing about that video is that video was a cry for help. And the thing that really sets me off about a lot of this is that there's so many fans in this world, or just people in general, that'll go somewhere, or like, if they hate an artist, like per se, I hate Logic so much to where every time he posts a video, I'm just gonna go to his Instagram and be like, trash. I'm just gonna fucking keep commenting that. Like, we gotta calm down on that. Like, they see that shit. Like, eventually, like, people say words can't hurt you, but eventually words do hurt you if you keep piling it up. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
there's so many clowns on the internet that do that shit. Like, sure, like keep your opinion to yourself. Like, obviously, me with NBA YoungBoy, I kind of went out of the way to say that, but like, I'm not gonna go on YoungBoy's page and keep spamming fucking trash, 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 trash. Like, no,
Yeah.
that he's doing his thing, he's getting his bag, and like, obviously, and I've said this in a previous podcast. I said that I really hope YoungBoy doesn't do anything to himself because he does have talent, whether you like it or not. He's an artist. He still has talent. He's young. So, just wanted to address that with hopefully the clownery can. I mean, obviously we don't have a big podcast, but hopefully that gets addressed about just artists in general, not just Dax. You know, we've seen multiple artists do this, and they've had cries for helps in songs, and obviously sometimes it's too late by the time someone realizes this. So
My only thing about that is that, like, because Dax obviously had an up and coming, just like every rapper.
mhm.
Like, if that's the lifestyle you want to live, you got to know that people are gonna shit on you.
That's true.
Literally doesn't matter if you make the best music on the fucking planet. There's gonna be people out there that want to shit on you.
Yeah,
It's
so if
like-
we ever blow up, people are gonna shit on us.
Yeah.
It's like-
oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's okay, because we'll just beam them.
It's like, let's look at Lizzo, for example.
Oh boy.
Like, Lizzo had to know when she publicly, like, because she's like a bigger woman and she's going out there exposing her body and then complaining on the internet how people are shitting on her and trolling her. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a risk reward
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's like, if you're willing to put yourself out there as a human and expose yourself to a lot of the population, you have to be willing to like, people are just going to shit on you. That's just human nature. Not everyone's going to like what you're doing. And so I understand that words hurt, and I feel bad for Dax. I hope that if he needs help, he finds it. But I still think that
No,
as a
but that's
musician,
more-
you gotta
that's-
be ready for it.
That's also me calling out y'all fucking bitch ass kids that literally commenting trash on every damn artist post. Like,
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Like,
yeah,
all these
like,
kids
if you-
that are
if
posers.
you don't fuck with an artist, why would you take time out of your life to go to whatever artist it is and just comment shit and just like make them feel really bad? Like, why?
You
What?
guys are trolls.
Because it's
Like,
funny.
yeah,
It
no, like,
makes my
you know,
friends laugh
like-
when I get
like,
likes.
I like obviously y'all know I like being a troll. Like, I like doing shit online.
Yeah.
But do I ever like go to an artist thing and it's like, damn, this artist, you're trash. Don't ever make a song. Like, that's not being a troll. Like, y'all obviously don't know how to troll if y'all doing that shit. Like, if you want to be a troll, like take some lessons from me. Like, I'll gladly fucking guide you on Twitter. Like, I can piss some people off.
I think we
Like-
found next week's segment.
Yeah, but,
Cameron
like-
teaches us how to troll.
But like just
Yes.
spamming shit like that, like it's not funny. Like, it's
It's
not,
just people
not
need to
being a troll.
validate themselves.
There's a difference between being a troll and being annoying. Being a troll is getting someone angry and then annoying them. Being a dumbass is just spamming and just automatically just being annoying without like putting up like a quote unquote internet fight or something.
There's no humor behind
There's no
it.
humor, exactly.
It's like the age-old saying, right? They hate you because they ain't you, right?
Y'all some bitches though. On God, fuck y'all kids.
All right. Well, before we end this, I have a call out of my own.
Oh,
Let's go.
Michael Jordan, you
Uh-huh.
are the GOAT. Yes, you are the greatest. I will always vouch for you for being the greatest.
Yes.
But man, you fucking suck as an owner. Like, I know you just had this documentary called The Last Dance. I hope this next year is the last year for you. I hope you sell this fucking Charlotte Hornets team. Like, imagine trying to be me. Like, you're just trying to live your life, being a Spurs fan, being a Hornets fan, and then you lowball Kemba Walker. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, kill yourself, Michael Jordan. Like, you want to have the competitive edge? Like, another NBA player kills himself. You want to have the competitive edge and have the more fucking outlandish suicide? Fucking do it. I don't care. I just want an owner that's competent and that will tank when it's right to tank. Die.
Shout out Jerry Jones.
wow.
Now that I got that out of the way.
Am I the one that does the outro? I'm the one that does the outro,
Jacob,
right?
you've been holding on to that for a little bit. Are you all right?
Sometimes you gotta say things.
Well,
Yep.
on that note, thank
What are
you
you
for
about to call
watching.
it?
Yeah, thank you for watching, Nathan.
Also,
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our first guest.
yeah, thanks for having me, guys. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad I
Yeah,
had
we
this
won't see
opportunity.
you until like in 3 months.
Yeah, episode 6. There'll probably be a new guest. We don't know, but we have hella guests to choose from.
Mm.
So we'll see y'all later.
It was an honor.